How are you?
Hi, Kevin. I am fine, thank you.
Jane, I heard that part of a course you are doing looked into Creative Commons. Can you tell me what you learned?
Oh yes, I did learn that Creative Commons is not separate from copyright, but an extension of copyright laws.
How do you mean, an extension?
Well, Creative Commons is covered under the copyright laws, and is less restrictive than copyright. There are different types of Creative Commons licenses depending on how open you want your material to be.
Can you give me an example of some of the licenses?
Yes, there are 6 Creative Commons licenses. The least restrictive is the CC BY. It allows others to remix, distribute, and build upon, and use commercially as long as they give you credit for the work. The most restrictive is the CC BY and CND. It only allows others to use your work in its original state as long as it is not changed or used commercially. The CC BY is usually referred to as copyleft. It is in between the 2 licenses I just mentioned. It allows for changes, remixes, and building upon, but must be credited to you and they must license it under the same terms, and your work can be used commercially under this license.
That is interesting, Jane. I heard that there are some issues with some of the licenses. Can you tell me about them?
There were 2 issues that I ran across. One has to do with the non-commercial use. It seems that there is some confusion as to what exactly is non-commercial, so there are 12 proposals to change the definition of non-commercial to be more specific. One proposal is to clarify the definition so that any work cannot be used on a site that on an ad-supported site. Another is to define non-commercial to only allow educational use. Another issue that I came across is where some people are upset with how their work is being misused by some people.
I guess I would be upset too, if my work was being misused by others. Can you give me an example?
Yes, for example, Dr. Charles Severance, a teacher in the School of Information at the University of Michigan, has had his videos spammed. He talks about, in his post titled Creative Commons has failed me and my heart is breaking, how he feels like going to copyright licenses now. I am not sure that that is the answer. There are still people who abuse even the copyright laws, so I guess either you choose to put your stuff out there and hope that most people will be respectful, or you don't put your work out there. I guess it all depends on how important someone feels about sharing their work.
Well, Jane, this has been most interesting. Thank you for informing me on the Creative Commons.
You are welcome, Kevin. Bye.
Bye, Jane.